Welcome, everyone, to Milwaukee and Fiserv Forum, the home of the 2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks. Folks, tonight, the building's going to sound a little bit different because Chicago Bulls fans have made the trip up Interstate 94 about an hour and a half, so the building will sound uniquely different. Welcome, everyone, to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. Giannis Antetokounmpo, folks, tell me if you've heard this before, continues to put up impactful and impressive numbers for the Milwaukee Bucks early in the season so far. Conversely, after missing most of last season to an injury, Zach LaVine of the Bulls is already making a huge impact.
Going to dominate with. Of those league-leading 31, 20 are coming in the paint. So if you allow him to touch the paint 1 foot or two, or you try to guard him with just one guy, you are in for an extremely long night. But it goes beyond his scoring. This is something he's trying to do, bring the guys along for a ride, averaging a shade under 6 assists. But the difference, Doc.
Giannis said post-game, it would have been easy for me to say, I have the ball, let me take it all the way. But he said if Dame's on the court, he's such a great closer. You got to get him the ball, and you got to let him make the decision. Well, that decision was attacking and finishing at the rim.
Lowest pace teams in the league to first in pace and really flexing into that three-point line. And when you get LaVine, Vucevic, and White making shots and keeping their turnovers low, they have proven to be a difficult out this year.
Those three leading the way tonight for the Chicago Bulls, looking for their second consecutive win against Milwaukee. Zach LaVine looking to get in rhythm like he did a couple of nights ago, and Kobe White had 35 against these Bucks in the second game of the season in their first meeting. Dame, he knows about it, looking for atonement and a little bit of revenge. More Courtside on the other side of this.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball. Welcome back to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash.
Hey, welcome inside our Los Angeles studios. As we get you set for tip-off of this game, one thing to watch, the Milwaukee Bucks shoot defense of threes, and the Chicago Bulls putting up threes.
Are you okay?
No, I've been sitting next to you guys for the last hour. Let's try that one more time.
Okay, let's try it one more time. All right, and take two, go.
What are we watching in terms of the Milwaukee Bucks?
That graphic was graphicing.
Her graphic was graphic.
That
was very
graphicing.
She's looking at.
What are you watching?
Hey, I got you.
What are you watching in this one, Perk?
What am I watching?
When you're looking at the number threes that the Chicago Bulls put up and the struggles that I have talking about it and Milwaukee has defending it.
Well, I mean, we just talked about it again. It goes back to who's going to defend on the perimeter. I believe that they don't have the personnel. If you go back and watch their championship team, yes, they had Drew Holiday, but they also had a guy that we don't talk about enough, and the guy in P.J. Tucker.
Yeah, and it's not just getting stops on the perimeter, it's also getting back, because the Milwaukee Bucks, they're bottom 5 in transition defense, and the Bulls run the most transition offense. And the best way to really curtail that is taking the right shots, shot selection, so you can set up your defense.
For me, I'm excited to watch this to see what Chicago Bulls are going to end up in better places or in other places. And then for the Bucks, one thing you know is you can't give older players less talent. Giannis ain't old, but he's up there. Dame, latter third. They need more talent around them, and I just don't see a scenario in which that happens.
Let's see what comes to fruition. Tip-off is next.
Yeah.
Adversity and hard times, you got to grow in those moments together.
Here's Giannis for the win, in and out.
As a leader of the team, your head cannot be down.
Off the bounce against Brooks. Dame driving inside, gets it to go. Bucks win.
It doesn't matter who plays, we never give up.
Welcome to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm from Fiserv Forum here in Milwaukee, the home of the 2021 NBA champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, as they take on the Chicago Bulls, who come in with a record of 6-9. Just a few moments before tip, Mark Jones courtside along with Doris Burke and Katie George. Giannis Antetokounmpo coming off one of his best all-around performances of the season a couple of nights ago. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. Josh Giddey, Kobe White in the backcourt, Zach LaVine, Torrey Craig getting the start in place of Patrick Williams, who's back in Chicago nursing a sore foot. Vucevic, meanwhile, is having an all-star type year for the Bulls. For the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, Damian Lillard starting at point guard, Andre Jackson making his 6th start in the last 8 games in place of Gary Trent Jr., Taurean Prince, Giannis, and Brook Lopez at the 5.